Today, we are diving into the world of ADAS and how modern garages are adapting to this rapidly evolving technology. From adaptive cruise control to lane departure warning, ADAS is revolutionising the way we drive and maintain our vehicles. With ADAS becoming increasingly more common on today's vehicles, aftermarket garages have the opportunity to earn extra revenue by investing in this ever-growing market. But what are some of the things to consider before making that investment? We recently had the pleasure of being invited into a garage that has gone through these considerations and had the opportunity to ask the questions that brought them to the decision to get involved in the ADAS revolution. I'm here at PW Auto Repair, who are at the forefront of the industry when it comes to ADAS calibration, and I want to drill down into some of those factors that they had to consider before starting their journey.
So I've been looking at it for about 5 years now, increasingly seeing articles, blogs, newsletters, catalogues, suppliers talking about it, reps talking about it, but they don't really know a lot of detail, they don't explain it very clearly, so it was a case of trying to piece together as much information as we could, and increasingly I saw the chance of repairs not being done properly, not being done thoroughly, and the risk of liability in the future. So when it came to looking at all of the different brands out there, all of the different equipment, what it did, what it didn't do, how easy it was to use, we did go on a training course with Bosch. We didn't come away from that feeling particularly good about it. The equipment is not the same kind of equipment as we've used in the past. Felt a bit clunky, felt like we'd learned a lot about technical detail of why ADAS exists, but not how to use it in the real world. After that training, we asked Autel to come back. They'd already done one demo, so Tom came out again, did another demo, and we felt much more confident about the decision we were making. The equipment, because it was Autel, it's something we already use in the workshop every day. The techs are all used to it, so it just felt intuitive. And on the second demo, I actually did it. I performed a calibration with Tom's support, going through, showing me what I needed to do, what I needed to know. So I felt more confident in being able to do it myself. It just felt more natural. And then, of course, price was an issue, looking at different suppliers. But we didn't go for the cheapest option, we didn't go for the most expensive, we went for what felt right for us. So delivery was really easy. Once we'd made our decision and put the order in, it was quick, easy, and we just were really excited when it all came and the pallets were unloaded. The training was brilliant because we went on it very soon after we got the equipment. Again, Paul and I both went on the training. I feel it's really important. ADAS is something I'm very passionate about. I wanted to go and learn as much as I could, and that training was much better. Small groups, we had opportunity to ask questions. I asked loads of questions. I made my questionnaire for our customers based off those kind of questions. There was plenty of time over a 2-day course to actually get some practical experience, and they seemed to want to, they definitely wanted us to go away knowing how to complete a calibration properly, precisely, and to get it right, and showing us some sort of real life examples of what happens when things go wrong, how you can make a mistake, how you can prevent issues. So all in all, the training was brilliant. I'd highly recommend it. Yeah, Paul's used them a few times. Quick, easy. They've given him the answers he needs, pointed him in the right direction, solved the problems, and it's been vital just getting used to ADAS to have that support there. We've used Autel support in the past with our other tools and equipment, so yeah, we're used to using it. It's always been a great service. So having the accurate information is critical, like the data from the manufacturer, it needs to be right. So we've invested in additional data, but things like all data we've used for a few years, that's really important, knowing the manufacturer's specification, exactly what's required to do the job. And customers don't know. Customers don't know when they're going to need a repair. They don't know when they're going to need an ADAS calibration carried out. So we need to lean on that data to make sure we're following every process to the T. Understanding why the cars come in is vital. We've now developed a questionnaire so that we can ask the poignant questions. Has it had a windscreen replacement? Has it had some sort of front impact? Is there a fault? Is there something on the dashboard? Is it behaving differently? Sometimes that actually can just be within the settings of the car. Maybe the customers hit on a setting they didn't realise and something's changed within the way they feel the car driving. But sometimes there is a genuine sort of safety critical issue and it needs to come in and it needs to be assessed. So getting the right information from the customer at the start of the repair is critical. So when it comes to costing, we've looked and done a lot of competitor analysis over the sort of last 12-18 months, and we're trying to make sure that we're falling within the sort of industry standard of what it should be. We've done wheel alignment for years, so our customers are used to, having the recommendation of wheel alignment or them requesting a wheel alignment. But now it's a case of making sure that they know when the ADAS is appropriate following a wheel alignment, and also, that is part and parcel of what we have to do to make sure the ADAS is done properly, precisely. Educating your customer really starts with educating your team. So they need to know what's required and when it's required so they can give the right information to the customer, build that trust with the customer that we know what we're talking about, we know when it's critical, and giving them the decision, but making sure that if we're doing a job, we're doing it properly start to finish. If they don't understand the process, we need to maybe give them enough detail to make sure they're confident we know what we're doing.
So there we have it. Is ADAS right for your garage? Well, hopefully some of the questions have just been answered in this video.